Hello everyone, welcome to a personalized episode of Enlighten, where today we'll explore the essentials of minimum viable products for startup progress, delve into Tesla's strategies for customer retention, and examine innovative technologies transforming aluminum recycling and renewable energy. Join us as we unpack these insights and their impacts on industry and environment. Get ready to learn, adapt, and think forward. New technology from the Department of Energy's Pacific Northwest National Laboratory is set to revolutionize aluminum recycling. Their shear-assisted processing and extrusion process, SHAPE, turns post-consumer scrap aluminum into high-grade building components like window frames and facades, saving nearly 90% of the energy used in new aluminum production. This process, which meets ASTM standards, offers a significant reduction in carbon dioxide emissions compared to producing primary aluminum, which on average emits 17 tons of carbon dioxide per ton. Scott Whalen, PNNL chief scientist, highlighted the technology's potential in reducing the carbon footprint of the construction industry. Eric Donsky's startup, Atomic 13, has partnered exclusively with PNNL to scale this technology, aiming to produce energy-efficient and cost-effective aluminum parts by 2025. This could significantly benefit builders looking to achieve leadership in energy and environmental design standards. The SHAPE process has received multiple U.S. patents and is available for licensing. NASA's OpenIT system, harnessing data from Landsat satellites, accurately measures evapotranspiration, ET. Water vapors transition from soil and plant leaves to the atmosphere. This provides crucial information for efficient water management. A study led by John Volk of the Desert Research Institute compared OpenIT's satellite-derived ET data with 152 ground-based sites across the United States. Results showed remarkable accuracy in agricultural regions, particularly in arid western areas facing water sustainability issues. This is significant for places like Northern California's Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta, where OpenET assists farmers with state water use regulations. Accurate ET measurements are essential for balancing environmental, agricultural, and urban water needs. OpenET relies on Landsat 8 and 9 satellites, which monitor land surface temperatures and vegetation greenness. The system achieves high-resolution ET calculations, with an average error rate of 10 to 20% for agricultural lands. Moving on, let's explore the U.S. Air Force's SSPIDR project. The race for space-based solar power is heating up, with the U.S. Space Force joining research teams from the U.S., China, and the U.K. Space solar offers the potential for continuous multi-gigawatt power, useful for both military and civilian purposes, without earthly risks like weather damage or land use conflicts. The California Institute of Technology is testing a solar module that combines energy harvesting and conversion, while UK's Virtus Solis is developing large antennas for power transmission from space. The US startup Orbital Composites, backed by a Space Force contract, is exploring in-space 3D printing to reduce costs for creating large antennas. A collaboration between Virtus Solis and Orbital Composites aims to demonstrate these technologies by 2027, potentially leading to commercial megawatt-scale installations by 2030. The U.S. Air Force's SSPIDR project is also advancing space solar power, suggesting a future where renewable energy could be as ubiquitous as GPS. And now, pivot our discussion towards automotive news. Tesla has reintroduced a transfer option for their full self-driving FSD package and unlimited free supercharging when trading in for a new vehicle, valid until March 31, 2024. Initially offered for a quarter in mid-2023, this move is believed to stimulate demand. Customers like the author, having purchased FSD for $6,000 with expectations unmet, are considering the transfer, especially as FSD now costs $12,000. This decision is made more attractive with the potential to also transfer unlimited supercharging, a significant value for many. The offer's revival suggests Tesla is seeking to boost sales amid concerns that new models alone may not suffice. There is speculation on whether trade-in values might be adjusted to offset the offer's benefits. The author points out that these promotions could be warning signs of demand issues, but acknowledges their appeal to Tesla owners and customers. The Mustang GT3, constructed by Multimatic, retains much of the original flint rock metal body, with minimal modifications allowed for compliance with IMSA and FIA regulations. It includes a safety cage, fire suppression system, and a crash data recorder. While the exterior mirrors a production Mustang, the GT3's engine and transmission layout is optimized for weight balance, with the engine positioned behind the front axle. The GT3 replaces the factory suspension with a double wishbone setup, allowing for extensive adjustability. However, FIA rules prohibit electronic or driver-made adjustments during the race. The vehicle uses an Alcon 6-piston brake caliper and an 18-inch center-lock wheel by American Racing. Driver Joey Hand notes that the GT3 emphasizes adaptability and performance within regulatory constraints, contrasting with the unrestricted GTD version. The Mustang GT3 represents the pinnacle of production-based motorsport vehicles, resonating with fans for its manufacturer involvement and competitive racing field. Now, turning our attention to the University of Nebraska's study on electric vehicles, EVs, and guardrail effectiveness reveals a broader issue. Current guardrails may not be equipped to handle the mass of modern vehicles, electric or otherwise. With runoff road crashes occurring roughly 100,000 times a year in America, the research highlights that EVs are involved at similar rates and speeds as gasoline vehicles. However, the real concern lies with the outdated guardrail standards. The Midwest guardrail system, designed to handle vehicles much lighter than today's heavier trucks and SUVs, has not been universally updated to the latest manual for assessing safety hardware, MASH guidelines, which are not federal requirements, but suggestions for local implementation. The Rivian R1T electric truck, weighing about 7,100 pounds, is an example used in the study, but it's not the sole concern. Many gas-powered vehicles, like the popular Ford F-Series pickups, are also quite heavy, challenging the guardrail's effectiveness. The study's focus on EVs misses the broader context of the already increased average vehicle weight and the need for updated guardrail standards to accommodate this shift. While Tesla tweaks its sales strategy and safety standards are questioned for modern vehicles, let's turn our attention to how startups can effectively launch and improve their products through the lens of minimum viable products and Y Combinator's approach. In today's podcast, we're diving into the fascinating world of MVPs, or minimum viable products, and the Y Combinator strategy that's been the secret sauce behind the success of some of the biggest startups like Airbnb, Twitch, and Stripe. If you're an aspiring founder, this is a journey you'll want to embark on. So what's an MVP, you ask? Well, it stands for minimum viable product, and it's not just a jargon-filled buzzword. It's the foundational concept behind launching a startup. An MVP is that stripped-down version of your product with only the bare essentials that are necessary for early customers to use. Now let's talk about mindset. In the startup world, there are generally three types of founders: the quick launch and iterate crowd, the let's do it all group, and the smart founders like Lenny. Lenny starts by overthinking, doing surveys, raising money, and building a team. But guess what? Lenny learns that he should have been more like the dumb guys who just launch quickly and learn on the go. The truth is, your MVP might not work exactly as you envisioned. But that's okay. Your goal as an early-stage founder is simple. Launch quickly, get those first customers, gather feedback, and keep improving the product. Remember, you're not the hero in your customer's story. You're Dumbledore, providing the tools for them to be the hero of their own tale. Now you might be wondering, is an MVP really the way to go? The answer is a resounding yes. Even the biggest startups like Airbnb face the fear that their MVP might be rubbish and customers would never want to talk to them again. But fear, as they say, stands for false expectations appearing real. One unsatisfied customer doesn't spell doom for your startup. You can always reach out to others and improve the product. In fact, early adopters, or EARLs, are usually quite understanding. They're the brave souls who are willing to try out products in their not-so-perfect stages and provide valuable feedback. They stick around for the long haul, helping you refine your offering. Now, there's a dangerous breed of founders known as fake Steve Jobs. They believe they know exactly what the customer needs and aim to launch a product that wows everyone right from the start. But the reality is, Steve Jobs' early products weren't perfect, and neither should yours be. Only your customers truly know what they need, and MVPs help you discover that. Let's take a look at some real-world examples. Airbnb's first version was far from perfect. No payment system, no map view, and you could only rent an airbed. Twitch started as Justin TV with just one streamer and low-resolution video. Both of them focused on three key things: speed of development, limited functionality, and appealing to a small set of users. They built products that people loved, not products that everyone loved. It's all about solving problems one step at a time. Who are these early adopters, and why are they willing to go through the pain of using an unfinished product? Well, they're the ones with their hair on fire. They're desperate for a solution, and your MVP, even if it's just a brick, can be the lifeline they need. But why don't surveys work? It's because customers don't know everything about the problem or its solution. Surveys can help you identify their pain points, but only a product can show them how those pains can be eased. So how do you build an MVP quickly? First, set a specific deadline for completion. Don't let endless development cycles stall your progress. Write down all the MVP features and cut any unnecessary ones. Don't fall in love with your MVP because it will change as you iterate, and getting too attached can hinder your growth. To sum it up, remember Michael Seibel's wise words. It's better to have 100 customers that really love your product than 100K that are just okay with it. Those 100 customers will be your guiding light, offering rich feedback that you need to grow. Build for them, and the rest will follow when you have a polished product. If you're dreaming of launching a successful startup, embrace the Y Combinator strategy and the power of the MVP. It's not about creating a perfect product from day one. It's about creating a product that your early adopters will love and helping them extinguish their own fires. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more inspiring stories and insights. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Innovation Pulse. If you enjoyed our insights and are eager to learn more, the Enlighten Me app is just a tap away. Expand your knowledge with personalized content on over 20 diverse topics, from crypto to health and beyond, all curated to fit your interests. Download the Enlighten Me app now at the Apple Store or Google Play, or visit the enlightenme.ai website. Stay curious, stay enlightened.